Kia ora everyone, ko Emery ka malak tōku ingoa, ko the Student Pulse President Aho, and I would like to introduce Fletcher Tabuteau, our MP for New Zealand First here in Rotorua. Kia ora, Fletcher.
Kia ora.
Kei te piha.
Oh, kei te pai.
Oh, kia ora. Fletcher, thank you for coming today. We just want to ask you some questions that we want to get some verification on for our students here at Toi Ohomai. The first one is, tell us about where you were a student, what did you study and where?
Well, that's an easy one. So I was a student here at Waiariki when it was Waiariki.
Aye.
I did the Diploma of Business as the entry into the Bachelor of Applied Management degree at Waikato University. So I was actually the student rep here for the business school when I was a student here, and then went on to Waikato to do the BMS, which I eventually got.
Kia ora. And do you endeavour to do any more study as life goes on?
I did think about doing some masters into doctoral work, but the government job I have now is about 70 to 80 hours a week, so there's not even night time to contemplate that at the moment.
Kia ora. The next question is, what do you enjoy about being an MP?
So people, basically. It always comes back to the people. So the top job, any job, usually the best part of it is the people you get to deal with. Well, I get to deal with people in the job and for the job, and it's definitely the upside.
Oh, kia ora. So you're there for all cultures?
Of course, yes, yes. I shouldn't laugh because sometimes people would ask the question. So, in all seriousness, yes, for all New Zealanders.
Especially when we're in a multicultural society.
Exactly, yeah.
Kia ora. What change would your party make to ITP sector in New Zealand to make it more effective?
Well, I was part of the ITP sector for a while myself, so I saw the difficulty that the sector was having and continues to have. There are no quick solutions from this government. I acknowledge Minister Hipkins' efforts to understand the problems, because there are huge problems. I mean, one of the easy go-tos for me is the funding model, right? Yeah. So it's been undermined for years in terms of kind of the bums on seats and even the quantum you get for that to run an institution like this. Having said that, there's a few broader issues around management, even IT, and integration throughout the country. So there's a lot to be done. I would love to be personally part of it, but I've got other portfolios. So all I can do right now is acknowledge Minister Hipkins' work in that space for 2020.
Cool. Yeah, because we are noticing that there are some good changes coming through.
Well, I feel at least there's positivity now that something's going to happen. Yeah.
Yeah, especially for our students within New Zealand and even the immigration. Are you going to look at cutting the numbers of students coming into the institutions?
I think what we're trying to do is make sure that they're quality students who are well looked after. Okay. So if you remember, well, you'll probably see it right now, but when I was head of school, it was great to get international students, but if they were somehow not up to the standard that you thought they were, become a real pastoral care issue. And then there's the whole question around bringing in international students and actually what product have you sold them and are you looking after them? So if you can say, have we sold them the right product? Are they here for the right reasons? Are we looking after them in the right way? Then that's great. And to answer your question specifically, I think that will bring the numbers down slightly.
Kia ora.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, question number 4. We've got 5 questions altogether. Rental accommodation is either scarce or expensive for students. What is your party doing to help students find somewhere to live?
So, again, after quite a long time, but 9 years of literally houses being sold off, including in Rotorua, right? We were always going to have this problem. So New Zealand First chose Labour to go into coalition with, because we knew that we needed to change some fundamentals, and housing was one of them. And now we have the Minister of Housing, the Honourable Phil Twyford, just kind of racing hardcore to literally build more homes. And I think, for example, just yesterday we announced, I think it was 1,600 more homes for one development, and Rotorua is on that fast track. So we're part of the process of building more homes. To be honest, I have to give credit to the council. They're doing some good work to free up land. But then we've got to get developers in there, and I think that's why Kiwi Build is so important. So we're doing a lot, is the short answer.
Yeah, I'm seeing the development on the TV with the news and everything that you're doing a lot of great work.
Thank you. I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So our last question: what was your first car, and what are your best memories about it?
Oh, jeez. My first car was a Mitsubishi Cordia Turbo. Jeez, it was lime green. It was a disgusting thing. I think that's why it was so cheap to buy when I was a young fella. And I think the best thing about it was, in my mind, my parents were going to buy it and they were going to fund me to drive around in it. But the deal was I had to get a job and grow up and be part of the... So it forced me to get a job. Actually, that's why I've been part of Rotorua tourism for so long, because my first job was at Rainbow Springs.
Oh,
yeah, all those years ago. God.
Gee, that's many moons.
Yeah. No. So, and it was a good car. It was a good car back in the day. That's a fond memory. The good stereo.
Kia ora,
just like any teenage boy in their music.
No, thank you for all this, Fletcher, because we just wanted to get an idea of what is happening for our students, because you heard some of the questions come through at our meeting with the students just now, and hopefully you can go back and build on what the students have explained today.
Absolutely.
Because we're wanting our students to get up and speak, but they're shy as ever. But we wish you all the best in what may be our MP here in Rotorua.
Thank you.
And kia kahana mai hi katoa.
Kia ora. Thank you very much.
Kia ora, Fletcher. Kia ora.
Cheers.
Kia ora, toi oho mai. It was lovely to have Fletcher here today to share his views on these different questions. But if you've got any questions, don't be scared to come in and talk to us, because this is what we're here for, and we can pass them through to Fletcher and Virgil, our ex-Student Pulse president of Student Pulse. But have a good day, and kia kahana mai, and all the best, Fletcher, for your mahi.
Kia ora, thank you.
Kia ora. Kai ki te anō.